Hello, thanks for joining. Tonight's Astrocast After Dark is going to be focused on checking out some of the changes that we've done with the OAuth project. I'll just go to that real quick here. So we have the live session called Adding OAuth to Astrocasts. And what we've been doing is working on getting app-level OAuth to our the application so that the Astrocast application itself can have more direct control over the different sources that we're streaming to. So for example, Twitch has the correct title, and that was added automatically by the application using the API. So we also have something similar for YouTube. However, I haven't actually hooked it up. And if this works correctly, we should get a URL. All right. Continue, connect with Astrocasts, allow. All right, so this is actually expected behavior because we don't have anything handling this redirect just yet. So what we should be able to do now is run our publish command. So we'll do publish metadata. And we'll see what we get. Okay, and let's give it a second. Actually, we can look at the logs, see if we can find anything useful in here. All right, YouTube publish metadata. All right, everything looks to have gone well. Let's see if it has the right title now. It doesn't. Let's see here. All right. It's kind of a bummer. I wonder if there's something else that I've missed here. Let's see. So doing this on the live site. When we did this in testing, it worked just fine. Let me double check to see if there isn't something else. No. All right. Let's watch the logs one more time. So it looks like it's not actually causing an error. All right, Heroku run. You know, I'm not actually seeing. I don't see the messenger running. Maybe that's our problem here. Let's see. Messenger crashed. Interesting. All right, so that might be what's up here. Restart Messenger. So looks like I can do Heroku restart. All right, let's try that. See if I can give it a name. State change from crash to starting. Starting to up. Unexpected Google service exception. Finish handling. Okay. Invalid title. Okay. Well, that's actually good. So let's see here. Max length. 70 characters. All right. Which I can probably do the same thing here. If I go to restream, if I try to add the same title here that we have for Twitch, I'm almost positive that it's going to complain. And it'll probably give me a warning. Okay, may not be more than 100 characters. Okay, so that's good, I guess. Check chat, make sure I'm actually on chat. All right, so let's go ahead and fix this since we're here. So this would be publish YouTube metadata. So we need the publish metadata handler for YouTube. All right, so if title is greater than 100, let's try to do something different. Let's do this. Then maybe let's take the number out entirely. And then worst case, let's do just the title. And then if that's still too long, then we need to substring title start at 0, length, let's do 97, dot, which I believe is going to do what I needed to do. Let's go ahead and try this. Do a lot of stuff here. Okay, so that should give us 100 characters. So if the title is ever longer than that, then it just gets truncated a bit. All right, let's try that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let that publish. See what happens in the background here. And we can check to make sure that everything goes all right at that point. So one of the things that I'd like to do with this stuff let's see if I can pull up my Trello here, is I'd like to build some sort of live control panel type thing. So that I can have this up and running. Because right now I have a hard time keeping track of other things going on while I'm doing these sessions. So eventually I want to be able to see the users that are logged in. So this is going to actually use the user level authentication so that I can see, for example, if somebody is logged in, a registered user on Astrocast is logged in and they've connected their account to Twitch. I want to be able to say that when we find them watching the episode live on Twitch, that we can mark them as having viewed it live. And I actually want to be able to break down the people who are actual users on the site versus people who might be watching from any of the other platforms. So that's kind of a longer term thing that I'd like to be able to do, which we can't do yet. But what we could do that would be potentially pretty useful for me right now is build the other part of this dashboard. What I'd like to be able to do is see the actual project information of what I'm actually broadcasting at the time. I'd want to be able to see the countdown for when the when it's going to be considered live. I'd like to be able to see the viewer count on the different platforms. And then maybe some sort of indicator whether it's actually online or not, so that I can actually easily look in one place to see that, oh, hey, Twitch is offline or YouTube is offline. And then I want to get an aggregate view. So similar to what we have on the homepage here, where we have like on air, off air, I want a kind of a more intensive version of that so that it's big and easy for me to spot if this goes offline. Because I'd very much like to know if this is offline. And then I want this to have a larger number showing the aggregate number of users online right now. Because right now it's really easy for me to, for example, right now I have no idea how many people are watching. There's a bunch of different tools that I could be trying, but really I have full control over all of this, so I just want to be able to do this myself. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we've finished deploying this code. Starting process, okay. That looks like it might be good. So let's go ahead and try to publish YouTube metadata again. All right. Let's see what we have here. The Messenger crash. So I know it was there. It's still. So I see starting, I see state change. I see Messenger 1 starting. Let's see, maybe it just did the change. Ah, it did. Awesome. Okay, so we see here that it did manage to make that change. So we have added create live sessions workflow and live dashboard for Astrocasts. So I guess we just didn't get any output at all. So if there's no problem, I guess that makes sense that it didn't give me any errors. I would kind of like to know why the messenger was dead. That's a little unfortunate. Don't know what could have caused that, but I'm gonna be happy with the fact that it's working at all. So we're gonna run with that for now. All right. So some of the things that we have access to that we want to build would be the viewer count. So I'm going to try and see if we can get that going from some of the API stuff that we have so far. So we have Twitch API. There we go, app Twitch API. Try with refresh. All right, so we can update channel title. What we're gonna do is probably do get channel info. So let's see. This is actually Twitch API, so we're going to do get channel and see what we can find from that. So we'll do update channel title. Let's do get channel details. And we'll do try with refresh. And what that does is we'll attempt to make a request with the existing access token. If the access token fails, if we get a 403 error, then what we're going to do is use the refresh token to get a new access token. So we only have to write this bit of the code once. So let's do print r Twitch API get channel is channel. I do need the channel identifier, so let's see here. Twitch app config. And we'll get user ID. So that's actually the channel ID. So this is going to tell us what we actually get out of here. So the code that we're going to use for this. Let's see. Let's create a new command. So let's do Twitch get even if we don't use this that much. All right, so we're going to need to get the command to actually build this. So I built the Twitch API stuff first. So we need to give it an API factory. All right, so we're just going to get a app Twitch API instance. App Twitch API. And then we're going to do a constructor and call parent construct. That's what we need to do to make this a command as a service. I'm not going to do anything in here. Actually, I'll do this. We'll do get channel details. So we're just going to call it. So this is more or less just a way to be able to easily call this. So I'm going to run bin console, and then this. We'll see what we have to work with. All right. So we have status is the channel. Display name is my name. Name, partner logo, views. All right, so that isn't giving me the number of viewers. So let's see what other things we have access to in here. So Twitch API, get channel, client, stream by user, get channel, subscribers, teams. Live streams. Stream summary. So that's on game. search for viewers. Data to your designated endpoint every minute. That's interesting. What is that? VHS data. Viewer heartbeat service. All right, so that means that we could probably do this without polling, which would actually be pretty nice. Create user connection. Drops are in-game rewards, so I don't want to do drops. Endpoint. All right, so let's look at new Twitch API. It's possible that it's one of the new webhooks. User changed. Stream changed. Okay. I had views, not viewers, unless I missed it. No. So this is getting streams. Maybe I can try to get streams. Okay, so total streams 1, viewers 1. Okay. So right now, that's the bit of information that I actually care about. The other thing that might be interesting is if they have a preview. Let's see what this looks like here. That's actually showing more or less real time. Well, not anymore, but from the first time we clicked that, it was. So I think that's probably good, because I could maybe use that to make sure that it's showing the things that I'm wanting it to show. All right, so I guess staying on focus here, essentially we can get this. So what I'm thinking is every 10 minutes I can get that. But I do want to double check the VHS stuff, because if that's something that I can do without I don't know what this drops thing is. VHS users link their Twitch and game accounts. Use the create user connection. Not link their Twitch and game accounts. Our bids are not sent to those broadcasters' viewers who do not receive drops. Connection to viewer heartbeat service. All right, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm thinking this is something very specific to games. Data reporting service that pumps JSON data about users viewing activity. You can use the incoming identities to select users for your content. Twitch identity. Okay. Yeah, so this could potentially be something that I could do with Astrocasts itself for the user part of things, where I could actually create a link on Astrocast between Astrocasts and Twitch users, such that Twitch would then start sending me feedback anytime one of my users is watching my stream. That would be interesting, but I think for now, at least, I can probably get by just working on this part. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's go ahead and look to see here. So I think I'm going to change this to get number viewers. And let's do info. If count, well, let's see what we had. So we had streams 0. So if we don't have this, then return. We're not going to do anything. We'll actually return 0. And then otherwise, let's return info streams 0. And then I think it was just viewers. Maybe let's int it. And then we can go back to our command. Get channel details. Number of viewers. All right. Didn't spell it right. Viewers. Is it actually returning RV? It's not. Okay, so that's something we need to do. Refreshed RV. There we go. Still have a typo. Okay. And let's see here. RV status is not equal to 401. Let's return RV. Don't know why I was not doing that. Otherwise, I guess everything I was doing here. Because everything that I was doing previously was kind of like in between. Or I was just doing pushes and I wasn't caring about the return values. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing for YouTube. So let's do make command, and let's do YouTube. The transliteration stuff decided to lowercase YouTube, but I don't like that. All right, so I'm going to open that now. YouTube, get channel details. I'm going to rename the class to match. All right. Similar to what I did before. YouTube API. Okay. Constructor. Okay. And here we're going to do similar to what we did for Twitch. So I'm going to just copy this. API. All right, so we don't have anything in YouTube API for this yet, so what did we call it? Get number of viewers. And we have the same kind of refresh logic here. So I'm going to copy this. We're already getting the live broadcasts. We're getting here. Don't need to use title and description. We want to get the first one. And then let's see what we can get from here. So we don't actually need to update anything. Live broadcast, get statistics. Let's get snippet first. So I think that's what we're actually asking for. So let's do get snippet. Here we go. Get. All right, so it's not on get snippet. So let's do get content details, get Let's see if that works. What's this return? Concurrent viewers. I guess let's just return that. I'm actually not sure that's correct. So let's see, we're getting statistics. Get concurrent viewers on null. Ooh, I updated in the wrong spot. So it's not snippet, we want so it's returning null. Okay. All right, so that's actually working. But it doesn't have the statistics. So get statistics is returning null. One of the parameters returned, okay. .173. Okay, so get number of users. Execute. Unknown part. Live streaming details. All right, so let me go back then and see. Snippet. So live broadcast, live. List. Okay, so we can do, where's part? Part, list one or more of. ID. snippet content details status. Let me try status. All right, let's try content details. All right, let's see what we got here. Content details, statistics. All right, so let's do snippet. Part names that you can include. ID, snippet, content details, and status. Let's try status one more time. Okay. All right, let's see. Live stats. What? That can't be it. Well, it probably is it, which is annoying because nothing ever works the way it seems like it should. All right. claims nobody's watching, which that's fair. Let's see if it goes up to 1 now. We'll let this go for a little bit here. Okay, 1 watching. It looks like it works. Thanks, Luke. All right, so, I mean, the end goal is to get this working. So I guess I will have to take this as a win. Let's see if I can get this ID. Wonder. All right, so I get a 400 error. Okay, so I'm just going to get this value. So live broadcast, get ID. This feels really dirty, but so be it. This gets me a response. Otherwise, return response get body. Okay, let's be the type integer, null returned, so it's at 182. Why is that happening? So we're returning that. So I'm guessing try with refresh somewhere in here. Ah, there we go. Return thing to do. Return thing to do. Return null. Return null. Okay. Ooh, okay. So get body to string. No, get body. So this is a stream. Get contents. There we go. All right. So we're now at the same place for both of these. Except this one should really be on YouTube. So this information should be more or less handled probably in the same place that the stream stuff is. So we're going to look at what we have for streams so far. Here we go. So we have a stream manager. It's just doing stuff right in cache directly. So the two main things that it does is bring session online, bring session offline, and get stream URL. So these are the things that are more or less going to be used. So these are stream URL is the key. So what I think we'll do here is public function report YouTube users number. And we'll do viewers. I'll do this as an int. And we'll do this cache set stream manager dot YouTube dot viewers. We'll do the same thing for Twitch. And we're going to want to get those values as well. Oops. All right, we're going to use the same key. And then we're going to want to have a default value of 0. So that if we end up getting this value before we report it ever, it'll report as 0. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Report. All right, so I think that should be fine. Could be an exception there, but I'm going to be okay with that. All right, so now what we can do on these commands is not actually do anything with I/O, but instead do something with the stream manager. There we go. And then we can do report number of what YouTube users, YouTube viewers as number of viewers. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing for Twitch as well. No more pesky I/O. There we go. So both of these should then update the cache correctly. Then we should be able to ask the stream manager for this information. Okay. So one thing I could consider doing is doing all of this in one console command. It might be better, but I think I'll just do this for now. So get channel details. And Twitch. All right, so let's do get Twitch viewers, YouTube viewers. Hey, Joe. Looks like I missed some stuff here. Which IDE were you looking at earlier? If I missed you, that looks terrible. Unless it's me. So Joe said that drops are when Blizzard enables people watching Warcraft events or StarCraft to earn in-game things. Drop happens and all the users get the drop item because they're online and watching when it happened. Okay. I sort of got the feeling that's what that was, something that was more game oriented. But the viewer heartbeat, whatever, really seemed like something that they should just have for streamers, but apparently they just have it for the drops. So it looks like I do have these things coming in correctly. And based on my Heroku scheduler stuff, it looks like I can probably do this every 10 minutes, which isn't maybe as often as I'd like, but I don't know if I should really be polling these services more frequently than that anyway. I could probably do some additional checking here to say, let's see here, Stream Manager. So bring session offline is when Stream Manager is null. So what I could do here is function is session online and return get. So if it's not equal to null, it's online, and is session offline. So we'll return that if it is. So it will be null if the value we get back for the stream URL is null. So what we can do with these commands is not actually bother the APIs if we don't actually have a stream online. So if this stream manager is session offline, return. So these should be safe to run all the time, and it won't actually do any actual work unless we're actually streaming currently. At least that's kind of the general idea. One thing that we probably should do is report the number of viewers as 0 as soon as the stream is reported as offline. Otherwise, for the first little bit, the numbers might be off. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to start doing some new message handlers here. So we have message handlers, we have events. So we have publish YouTube metadata when stream went online. What we should probably do is add an event for stream. When stream changed, Twitch stream changed, okay. Let's do, actually, I could probably just do it in the stream manager. That might actually be better. So what I could do is do it as a part of stream went online and stream went offline, but it's going to be more clear just to do this. Report number of Twitch viewers 0. Report number of Twitch viewers or YouTube viewers 0. So as soon as we bring a session offline, it's going to reset these numbers to 0, which I think is probably what we want to do. That way, within the first 10 minutes, once the application is actually online, things will start populating with data. All right. So what I need to do is set up a cron job then that will run every 10 minutes to execute both of these commands. See if I can add this stuff. Source. I'll get channel. So part of me is a little frustrated that the service that I'm using, Restream, isn't actually doing this for me. They don't have an API. They do a bunch of similar things, but if they had an API where I could write a title here, they're already hooking into all of this stuff. So I feel like there's at least a chunk of this that I probably don't need to be writing, but it is what it is for now. All right, so we're going to be able to get that. So I need to put on my list of things to do is add those cron jobs. The next thing is going to be, I think for now, this is going to be an admin thing. So we're going to do admin dashboard. I don't know if I even want it to be dashboard. I think I might call it live. So I'm going to do that. Let's do There we go. And I'm going to move the template. Okay. So we can't find the template, which is good. That means we're in the right spot. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can open that. Extends. Yeah. All right, we don't have anything for admin right now, which is interesting. So maybe let's not extend anything. Let's go to base. There. Live controller, let's not send anything in. Pretty much don't need any of this fancy stuff. We'll use the app style sheet for now. And we'll use the app JavaScript. Intercom, we don't need any of that. Our headway. All right. Body. Might want pusher. And might want some of this stuff. So I'm going to comment it out for now. No, it still did stuff. Why did it still do stuff? Oh, that's why. Every once in a while, that'll bite me. All right, let's get rid of all of that. All of these changes, because I did them in the wrong spot. All right. those needed to go here. Something that I did recently with my IDE was try to clean it up a bit, and it's useful when I'm in a controller to be able to see what the controller class name is. The problem is I don't know how to get it to show just a file name in a pretty way. I haven't figured that out yet, so it's kind of annoying. So what I end up with is being in a template file that isn't the one I wanted. So that's kind of a bummer. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, now let's do body. Okay, cool. So it is actually the correct template. Let's look at what we had on Trello. So we have Twitch, YouTube, Facebook count. So let's go ahead and go back into Live Controller. Let's get the Stream Manager. And then let's do something with those. Okay. All right, so we're able to get that information out, which is good. Yeah, it's not going to be updated very frequently. Let's go ahead and do that now, just to see if it's changed at all. Yep. So it is different, so there's that. Okay. So the other bit we can do is get number of viewers. All right, then this one we want to behave a little differently. So if we want to take this a little further and actually get this showing up the same way, what we can do is start using some Tailwind stuff. So first of all, let's get it sort of horizontally. So to do that, we're going to want to create a container that's set to flex. And that alone should make things horizontal. The next bit is I want to make these uppercase. Can I do that? Yeah. And let's do so we're going to use that same thing here. And then here, we're going to want these values to be large. I'll do leading tight. All right, and then for this one, let's do total number of viewers. Actually, I don't know if I need to do this. I think I'm going to total number of viewers equals hidden. There we go. Not necessarily because it's not important, but we don't really care about that because I'm going to know what it means. So let's go ahead and do rounded full. Let's do font sans. We'll do that here as well. Text 5XL. Let's do background brand. So let's do width. What was that last one? 16. Let's do 24. Let's see here. Let's do align middle. Maybe we'll just leave it like that for now. Text center. Line bottom. Doesn't seem to be having any impact on this. An inline or table cell box. There we go. I hate that I have to look this up all the time. Centered with Flexbox. Kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do another container, but let's see if this does it. Item center, and then justify middle center. There we go. All right. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Flex item center, leading none. All right. All right, so let's see here. This is getting closer to what we're looking at. Let's do maybe a border around here. Let's do border, brand, dark. Okay. All right, so let's then also send in stream. Welcome back, Joe. I do think I'm a little further along than I maybe thought I'd be tonight, which is good. I'm going to turn myself off of YouTube. All right, so if I'm able to see that information, that's good. Countdown was the other bit that I wanted. So let me see where I did for my countdown. There we go. Soon. What's this look like? Really? Okay. So next event is empty for some reason, which I guess probably makes sense. Let me see if I can do, you know what, it's using different logic. That's what the problem is. So I'm gonna do this same bit here. So inside live HTML, I think I can probably just do this. So next event, I'm going to use the stream manager now to get that. So get stream URL. All right, so guest stream URL. I'm going to take this to the next level. So public function get guest next session and do this. Because what we ultimately want is a session instance. And we're always going to get a session instance unless we throw an exception. So I'm okay with that. Get guest next session. Actually, let's rename this. All right, so what we can do now is pass in get guest session. So live controller. All right, and we can do, yeah, we'll just do that for now. So what we should be able to do, next event. All right, so I don't remember what next event looks like. It's just the date time, I think. Okay, so should be able to use this. Don't know about that. Let's see what happens. Fails miserably. Time zone on a null variable. Session dot. Scheduled broadcast. All right, cool. Oh, it's not displaying anywhere like what I'd want, but that's okay. All right, so let's do some work here then. Equals. This is getting pretty close to what I really wanted to have. Of course, it would be nice if there was more detail here. And probably it would be nice to be able to refresh this page. Which we could do with Pusher. It's going to be hard to test that, though. So I might have to just be okay with this for now. Send out a quick tweet. All right, so let's see here. I guess I'm actually pretty happy with this for now. Ultimately, I want to be able to tie into the chat stuff so that we can see what the chat stuff is going to look like. So I want to be able to watch that information. And that, again, that's something that Restream has as well. If I go to chat on Restream, it hooks into all of the services that I'm broadcasting to. It looks like Facebook isn't there. But yeah, so I know this is possible. It's probably just not something I can do yet tonight. So if I wanted to update the viewer count in real time, probably have to do something with Pusher to do that. Since I'm doing I'm already polling the API, and nobody else is going to be using this, so I think I could probably just poll this information myself. I think I can probably... I think I have access to Axios, so I think I might try to get this information by way of a JSON response. Let's do response equals we'll get the request. Get acceptable content types. So let's do in array. There we go. Okay, and then let's do some fun stuff here. So probably not going to do anything with Pusher. Let's do .json. Well, all right. So let's do axios.json. Let's see if this does anything useful. Reference axios is not defined. Why not? I could swear it's here. It may not be loaded yet, so let's do where's that coming from? Well, we don't want that. I'm guessing some of these errors are related to the fact that I have stuff running that doesn't exist elsewhere. All right, so we need to get the calendar. See if that gives that error now. Nope, good. So we still aren't getting Axios window. So let's check out where I was using it before and figure out why it worked then. Window.axios should be working. It's possible that JSON function call is actually what's the problem here. Cool. So what I can do is when things are ready, I might not even need to do that. So I can just do an interval. Set interval. And let's do this maybe every 10 seconds. So let's see if after 10 seconds we get a little message. And actually I need to figure out what that session is sending up, because if it's sending up an object, I'm not exactly sure how it's being handled there. Oh, sorry. Of course. Okay. So let's look at what data looks like for session. Okay, so that's going to be potentially a problem. However, let's see, set JSON. See if that changes anything. No. So let's use the information that we know we want. So we need the this is very fragile, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we want project name and then we need the video and then we need the number and scheduled broadcast. Now we're either going to get an error or something awesome. Okay. So session project name. So I'm going to go update this information on the back end. Duration settings and scheduling in advance. Is that where we were? Yeah. Let's make sure it's actually cannot read property name of undefined. Oh, right. Session. Data is not defined. What? Oh. Let's see if we get this. Yep, there it is. Cool. So I don't know about this bit. If I'm going to be able to do that. That countdown timer might just need to be updated. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I could, however, try to get the countdown controller. Where was that? Calendar controller. Rather than getting it just from the calendar, I can get it to use the stream manager. So let's try that. And then we can do stream manager, get guest session, get scheduled broadcast. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it still gets the next event, which is good. All right, so let's see if we can push this live. And then we'll see if we can find the live page after this and have it have information. I think at the same time I can go into Heroku as soon as this is up and set up something to run every 10 minutes to update those values. Which hopefully won't take too long. Let me double check, see where we're at. All right, I think I can probably put these cron jobs in place while we're waiting. All right, let's add a new job. I'm not going to do anything with dead man switch for these. Probably should, but I really don't think I'm going to at this point. So Twitch, let's see, what were those commands? Get channel details. So eventually this might actually be more things than just literally channel details. This could end up being, or just the viewer count. This could turn out to be actual users that are watching it, that sort of thing. Frequency every 10 minutes. Next due is now. All right, so let's do the same thing. except for YouTube. And in theory, if I go to cast.com admin live, should show us meaningful info if I'm logged in. Okay, so it's giving me zeros for everything, which is not really what I'm excited about. So let's see here. Run. Unless there really are no people, which is of course entirely possible. Let's do the same thing for YouTube. So it does see this session as the current one. I'm a little confused as to why it says this is happening in 19 minutes, because that I don't feel like that's right. Let's see what's going on here. So live sessions. This is scheduled for when? December 12th at 6 p.m. Picks this one. Why does it say that? Because it seems like it's picking up this one. Weird. I don't understand what's going on here. 19 hours. 1929. It also says we're off air. I wonder if that deploy cleared the cache somehow. Or if the messenger is dead again. No, the messenger's there. Looks like I should have had. Looks like I should have had some I/O output from this command after all. Up to complete. I can get to my Heroku Redis. We got stream URL. Interesting. You know what? Since it thinks the stream is offline, our things that we just pushed don't do anything. So I need to figure out why the stream URL was lost. So we're back online. Still picking the right session. And let's run our 2 commands again. Now I'm guessing it's actually going to do something, because before, yeah, I might have to do something other than use cache for this information, because it looks like the cache isn't going to be stable enough. I kind of thought that was a neat hack to get around having an actual object for persistence, but using it as cache rather than just using direct Redis is not going to work. So maybe that's what I should do. Use a Redis client rather than using Symfony's cache. So that's just been nothing but trouble. All right, let's see here. Let's wait a second to see if the auto reload picks it up. Assuming it's actually made some changes. Maybe while we're waiting, let's try the CLI. Yeah, so we do have these now. So we have 1 YouTube viewer. Got 2 Twitch viewers. But this didn't update yet. Let's see. There we go. If I do a hard update, it worked. Let's see. Now it has that information. It's possible my test here wasn't actually working right. So let me do project name plus foo. Because even though it's getting the JavaScript, that inner HTML trick might not be working. No, it is. I'm not actually doing anything with the counts. Silly Beau. All right, so we'll do ID equals number of viewers. Thanks for laughing, Joe. I appreciate that. The things that weren't actually changing, set those up right. Number of Twitch viewers. Number of YouTube viewers. Oh, what'd I do weird there? Okay, so now we can do element by ID, number of viewers. Yeah, Supernova is Joe, his real name. I should probably refer to Joe as Supernova, because people who are in chat aren't going to maybe know otherwise. Session dot, no, this is going to be response.data dot, let's see, what did we have here? Live, yeah, number of viewers. Number of Twitch viewers, number of YouTube viewers. I see Smith Clay. I'm not sure if I know you outside of your Twitch handle, but thanks for joining chat tonight. Let's see. See if we can get these values to update now. It would have been a sad day if I hadn't figured this out, because I would have launched this and had no viewers for who knows how long. They would just stay at 0. I mean, I don't normally have very large viewer counts at this point in time, but still. Yeah. All right, so the other thing I want to do, and probably would have helped me out, is do something based on, let's see here. So I want to have this part here, total viewers. The background color, I think, is going to be white. So if it's not online. So if the stream is offline, I want it to be white. If it's online, I want it to be the brand color. So let's actually do this. Push or debug. I don't know. I think that's a global, so I can use that. All of this other stuff I think is global too. What's not going to be global is this information. So I'm going to be using something different here. Let's see if this just works. What I'm going to want to do is when the stream is online, I want to add a class for what is it? Let's do here. We'll do ID equals number of viewers container. And var number of viewers container. All right, so we're going to get that element, and then when the stream is online, we're going to add bg brand. And we're going to remove class bg. Let's see what we have here. Let's do bg critical error, warn. Yeah, let's do warning for now. Let's see what that looks like actually. All right, if that dark orange isn't very good, or the dark color with the orange isn't very good, but whatever. So warning, PG error. I might have to bring up Sketch because I have the names in Sketch. Danger. BG danger. And let's do border danger darker. There we go. So if is session online, we'll do these values, else nothing. So let me do, I think that's fine, because otherwise it's going to, well, no, we should probably have some sort of value up there. Let's use the warning color. So orange will be, no, I don't know. Let's do BG gray. And so locally, I'm going to turn this off. Bin console push offline. This session online is true. No, I just turned you off. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be the default view. And then when the stream goes online, I want it to essentially undo that. So this is going to be when the session is online. So when we get live stream is online, add that and remove the grays. All right, so uncomment these. And we want to add BG danger and BG border danger darker. And then we want to remove class BG, copy the same values. Was border gray and border gray darker. Okay. So remove BG gray and BG gray darker. And then for offline, we're going to do the reverse. So we'll do remove class. Oops. So this should allow us to both get the initial status and also when it comes with pusher. Okay, cool. So this actually put that up there. Didn't do the background danger darker though. Remove move border gray darker. Okay, so let's do push stream offline. Ooh. All right, so this is something that we should take care of right now. Exception occurred. So I think the OAuth refresh is failing and causing an actual exception. So the messenger occurred while handling published metadata. Google service exception. And then if we run it again, it works. So in rest.php line 118. This is list live broadcasts. Try with refresh. Unexpected PHP. So something isn't catching this. Google service exception, but we're catching that here. So what's actually causing the error is line 68. No, YouTube API 144.99. So 144. Line 99. I wonder. I wonder if this doesn't work. No, I thought maybe it was caching it. So it's almost as if this information is being saved. So we're setting the access token, but the YouTube API's client isn't using the new access token. So access token. I'm going to try it again then. So we're going to do let's see, so unexpected Google service exception. Yeah, because on future requests, it doesn't have a problem. Weird. But we'll see if that fixes anything. All right, so let's go and push online. Cool. It's red. And let's push offline. Awesome. Refresh, it shows up as offline. Refresh, it shows up as online. Cool. So this will be make it very clear to me when I'm actually broadcasting live and when Twitch still thinks I'm broadcasting live. So it's been a few times that I've been disconnected where this is actually, I would have noticed it had this been kind of up in my face. Okay, cool. So let's see if I can do another deploy. All right, cool. So we're going to deploy that and see if that goes. I might actually take a quick break for a little while, and then maybe I'll come back and try working on the other thing. We'll see. Or maybe I won't. Let me see if I can watch the logs so we can watch the deployment happen. Maybe I can start debugging this too. So this looks like this is only looking at the calendar data. So let's look at the live controller. It's getting guest session and current or upcoming sessions. If I current and upcoming sessions. So what I'm doing is combining the calendar events with the upcoming events. And I think that's probably my problem, because I don't actually have So, for example, this particular session that we're doing right now was unscheduled, so it doesn't actually live. It doesn't actually live on the calendar here. So, in terms of the next upcoming session, it's looking at this because it's filtering out anything that doesn't have a calendar event. Yet somehow this link is correct. Oh, it says we're offline again. Yeah, that's probably something I'm going to have to fix. When was that? 258, 259. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch that probably right now. That's probably the next thing I'm going to do. All right, so that says on air. This is showing on air, which is good. Let's see now if we can do YouTube. What were the commands? Cool. So this is actually updating here. So it looks like it's updated with both of these values, because these were all zeros before. So that's pretty good. I'm excited about that. All right, so let's go try and first of all fix let's fix our stream manager, because that's the one that's causing us the most problems right now. So stream manager uses a PSR6 cache interface. I'm sure the doc's intention. Take care, Brian. Thanks for joining tonight. I'm sure the docs say don't use this for persistence, but I was lazy. So lazy bit me, and that's just going to be what happens. So let's do Redis. Let's see what I can do here. Redis, rename to Redis. It's a private function, so that should be okay. Redis. I'd be really happy if it were this easy, but something tells me it won't be quite this easy. Method you call uses 2 parameters, but method requires 1. Okay, let's see. see, get the value related to a specific key. String or bool, if key doesn't exist, false is returned. Okay, so if the key doesn't exist, so I think what I'm going to do for bring session offline is Redis remove delete. I'll just delete the key, which means that it should be safe to assume that false. There, report number of Twitch viewers, those I'll probably just save like this. We'll do, well, you know what, I'll just return that like that. All right, so locally, let's see how this looks. Okay, Redis, but no such service exists. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Don't really want a whole Redis bundle. So I'm going to see what I can do without that, but let's see. So I have a Redis DSN, I believe. Redis URL, Redis cache. See if the constructor doesn't do anything. I don't really want message queues, Redis transport. That's not what I want. Probably this is the one I want, but that's the one that said it was unstable for Symfony 4. 28,000 and all right, I guess I'll have to try it. So 2 supports Symfony YAML, Symfony Framework Bundle. All right. I think this is probably going to have a review the recipe. Let's go look and see what it's doing. I'll probably just do that. It's fine. I don't know what the types are. I think I have the Redis extension. Usage, type, Redis and PHP Redis. I don't know what the differences are. Can it work with just Redis? What's PHP Redis? All right, so this is probably what we need then. So PHP Redis. Which will hopefully mean we can get access to that, but let's double check. All right, so now we have Redis default, class Redis. All right, so we should be able to type hint against that now. References, but no such service exists. Cool. All right, so if we look locally now, everything's empty, which makes sense. So let's do CLI. Beau. Viewers for Twitch, del the stream URL, and delete the calendar. All right, so let's do so let's do app, Twitch, get channel details. Ooh, we're not online. Stream, push online. All right, so I did a bunch of stuff, publishing some metadata. Okay. Oh, there was an exception. Is that the doctrine? Good. All right, so let's see what we have here. Twitch, get channel details, and YouTube. It shows one Twitch user. And one YouTube user. So appears to be working. If we look at keys now. All right, so now these should be stable. At least that's my goal. So let's go into calendar. See where we have that, because we need to update the calendar so that it's using the same info. Calendar events. Okay, so get key. So let's rename cache. We're going to use Redis. All right, so now we need to account for this. So calendar can only get one variable, one value. I'll return empty array. So if it's empty, return an empty array. Same thing here. Interesting. So this is only worried about getting the data out. Get the calendar. So if I'm right about this, this exists. Yowza. Okay. So we need this to use Redis as well. No. It's weird. Hopefully I didn't just really break stuff. So let's do this Redis set events all expected a string, got an array. So that was the nice thing about the cache, is it handled all of the serialization of this stuff. So we'll just JSON encode it. which means we have to JSON decode it. Get upcoming events. And this just needs to be a little smarter. Have a good night, Joe. Thanks for joining. There we go. All right. Call to member function format on an array. Yeah, that's... This could get ugly. So we need to have some fun here. Map. So we essentially need to figure out how to turn event start and event end into objects. And I think we can do that with date time dollar event start date. Date time zone using now we're going to need to do the same thing for end. Format on null. There we go. Let's see here. All right. So what I'm guessing is what we're going to see as soon as we push this live now. Once it actually gets there, is it's going to clear the cache, and we're going to drop to zeros, and we're going to go to gray. However, with any luck in the near future, as in as soon as I run a couple of commands, this will become a lot more stable. So let me go ahead and go to, let's see. So we already have this calendar entry. I don't have any viewers yet. And once I get that finished, I'm going to try and make sure that everything related to streams is inside the stream manager. That way, I think I can work on something here to get this information synced up, because I would like for that to be in better sync there. All right, so we did come back to Twitch and YouTube at 0. It looks like we didn't actually send the stream as offline command. That or else something fell off here. Let's see, do we get a warning? No. It's possible that that wasn't as a result. Yeah, that's the weird part. This isn't as a result of an event, so we aren't actually getting the pusher notification there. All right, so let's double check. Let's run the commands to get the channel details. At this point, though, I'm not sure if anybody else is still around, so we'll have to see. So here, let's see, we have, I don't have any top-level stream manager things. I wonder if our consumer died. Nope. have expected those values to show up here. Oh, same old, same old. Stream push online. Oh, I don't need to do that again. Oh well. And so we see we're online. Got one Twitch viewer. And let's see if we pick up the YouTube value. It's possible there's nobody on YouTube though. All right, so we can just check. Ah, cool, so we have one on each, so that's good. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. This was the main thing I wanted to be able to have, just so that I could check to see when the session was starting, which clearly I need to still do some work on, but I do get to see which titles are currently active, and then the YouTube and Twitch counts, so that I would hopefully be able to see when these things go offline. Also, it looks, I think hopefully I'll have picked up the bonus points of not having to worry about things dying. Yeah, so we get stream manager URL here and stream Twitch viewers. Cool. All right, well, thank you all for joining. Have a good night.